Chats episode, I don't know. But we're going to have some fun today with the two founders of Mingle. It is Regina Curtis and Monica Henderson. And there they are. Soul Rhythm Amplifier is Regina, and Genius Navigator is Monica. So tell us what you've done today. What is
Nothing.
the highlight? Nothing? Let's go into take two. What did you all, what was the highlight of the day today?
I say that because every single week on Fridays, we have a meeting with our business coach, Daniel McCrane. And he always goes, okay, tell me what you do this week. And each time we go, we feel like we've done nothing. And then he goes, that's a lie. But he lets us say this lie out up front first. And then we go, well, we did do this, and we did do that, and we did do this other thing, and this other thing, and this other thing, and this other thing, and this other thing. Oh, we built this whole thing, and we got this huge client, and we got this. And then we go, well, okay, so now it's a running joke where when someone asks us, what did you do this week? Or what did you do today? We go, nothing. We've done absolutely nothing.
Not much.
I was going to call you a liar, but then I thought about it and said, no, I'm not going to call you a liar.
No, it's funny because sometimes I think this actually happens to a lot of people who are entrepreneurs where I have this happen all the time with clients. Actually, I can think of like Danielle DeTore, who's here in the community in Mingle. She comes and works with me in person on Thursdays. So I have a spot in Chicago where, the people in our community and other people who are entrepreneurs that I'm connected with here have the opportunity to come and do co-working in person. And we'll have this like really powerful day. She'll come for maybe like 6 hours, and we'll work together, and we'll be each doing our own things, and sometimes I'll be facilitating things. Sometimes other people will be facilitating. Sometimes it feels like we're just sitting there hanging out and chatting. And at the end of the day, I make sure that we actually go through and look at, okay, what did we accomplish today? So that it doesn't just feel like, oh, we just hung out all day and nothing actually happened. And we'll go back and actually look at all the things that we moved forward. But it felt easy and it felt fun. And it felt like, oh, we were just hanging out. But actually a lot of really big things happened. And even we'll look back at like over the last couple of months, because sometimes what has progressed doesn't happen in the actual time that we're sitting together. But each time we come together, it opens something new. It moves something forward, and it continues to evolve as we move through it. And what that feels like a lot of the times is I got nothing done.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing actually happened. I spent all day at my computer, but nothing really happened. And then when I actually look, what did I accomplish today? I created 4 workbooks. I had submitted a grant application. I had a really important conversation with 3 people. I held one of our members through a really rough day, and she just needed to have time spent with someone else. So we just worked in a room together. She was dancing. I was, doing my work, but she had the support there, right? Another person came in and was co-working. So like the day just kind of fluidly moves on, but a lot happens. And it feels like nothing.
It's one of the things, especially when I'm talking. So like I do a lot of kind of conversations with young people. And one of the things that I tell them is like, right now it feels like, okay, when I make it one day, it's going to feel this way. And I'm like, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like Tuesday. It literally just feels like a Tuesday. And all of the things are in place. And there's life that is lifing. And there is random things that are happening. And you are there, you have arrived, but it just feels like Tuesday. It just feels like Tuesday. And the difference between that Tuesday and the Tuesdays before it was such a small shift, little tiny shifts, so that when you get there, you don't even You gotta look around for a second and go, oh,
Oh,
God,
I'm here.
I mean,
It's kind of like you get on a plane, right? And you're just sitting in the plane the whole time, but you're moving hundreds of miles an hour, and you're moving a big long distance. But like I've flown, many many times to China, Australia, like on the plane for 17 hours, right? And I get on the plane somewhere and I watch a couple movies and maybe I read a book or listen to something. I take a nap, I eat a couple meals, and then suddenly I'm in Sydney, Australia. Oh, but like it doesn't feel like because I didn't walk the whole way,
right.
or I
You
didn't see
were
the whole
mixed
thing
the whole
happening.
time.
Right. God. Arms are tired.
You weren't doing this either.
I was not. No. In fact, my seatmates would be very upset with me if I had been.
I think with this motion, they would be.
Right? Smack, 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 smack. Yeah. I would have been in big trouble. Right. Oh my God. You guys get me at the end of the day when I am just like, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Punchy?
Punchy. Yeah, punchy.
Oh, push
No,
I think it is.
she says a word. It starts with a C. Corruptible. That's it.
Oh, corruptible. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
I'm
opens a
corrupt.
whole new avenue of stuff.
Yeah. When, the afternoons are hard for me too. But because of the agent hub here, in order for us to have coverage in the office so that there's someone here to actually co-work with in person, we take turns. And so I come in the afternoons, which is not when I am locked in, motivated to work, super on fire. And so I sat here today, and if anyone talks to me when I come to sit down at the beginning of my shift, I will indulge in whatever conversation there is. This is why I said you're corruptible, right? Because like
Corrupt.
if you ask me a question in the morning, I'll answer the question and it'll snap right back into work, right? But in this afternoon, if you ask me a question, I'll go off on some tangent and tell you some random story and do this, that, or the other, and like rabbit holes and another thing, and this happened today, and this conversation, and did you see that one thing? Like, like I'm that really annoying person in the office that's at the water cooler waiting for someone to just waiting to go down the rabbit hole with someone.
I just want to chat because I don't want to do my work kind of thing.
I don't want to do my work. Yeah. And so I sat down to my chair, and Jade and Abriana had been working here, and it was like, okay, it's my turn. And Jade, I go, I notice every day it takes me about 2 hours to finally lock in, to like buckle down and actually do some work in the afternoons. And then by the time I actually get rolling, it's time for me to go home. Like the time's over. Like I'm not supposed to be here anymore.
This is not. Yeah. Meanwhile, at 5 a.m., you and I are like locked in. We're just like boom, 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 like all sort. Like we get so much done between like
husband will
5 and 7
be talking at me, and he'll be saying stuff, and I'll be like, answer, right? Like locked in. So
meanwhile, we're like also in a conversation, also doing other work. Like that 5 a.m. gold, 5 p.m. no
trash.
Just don't trash. Boo. I mean, take me to dinner. We can have a great conversation, but trying to work out of me. She'll come in sometimes and be like, okay, I know your brain is melting and I have like a limited window to get this from you. I'll be like, okay, you got my attention now. Like it's just like the minutes are ticking.
Because how she's holding her hands is like,
because it's like, look me in the face.
Someone grabs your face and they go, focus. Just look me in the eyes. No, there's nothing to look over there. Right there. That is the exact energy. The exact energy.
Oh my God.
And this is how Mingle is run.
Definitely.
Or how Mingle runs.
Right. But like, okay, so we say all that to say is that like, although we are highly productive people, right? and we are super on it. We're like locked in. We make stuff happen. We build worlds in 4 hours. Like honestly, we actually have built worlds in 4 hours. It also, you have to know yourself.
We're also people. We're people.
Yeah, you have to know. You have to know your
people.
You have to know yourself and mingle, right? You have to know when you're locked in, like how we were talking about right now. We're like between 5 and probably 10 a.m. Pacific time, locked in. I got you. Starts to get a little fuzzy in the middle of the day. At the end of the day, good luck, right? I know that. So I schedule my day where the activities that I need to lock in are not around other people who want to also be water cooler conversation people, right? Those conversations are the conversations with other people who are also locked and loaded and ready to go. And we could be in the room together at the same time. And then when I'm in a situation where it doesn't require any actual brain power, we have those mundane tasks where you kind of like, you have to do them, but you don't necessarily have to think about doing them. It's just like the tediousness of doing them. Then those conversations I schedule for this time of the day where it's like, I just have to be a monkey and like, whoop, 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 like just
push buttons, move this thing there. Yeah. I schedule nothing at this time of day because I'm a pumpkin at this point of the day. So this is the only thing I do this time at night because I love you both and I'll show up for it. And Darcey, you just have to ask me questions. I can answer those questions, but I will take us down every rabbit hole. So you're in charge. That's why you're in charge.
So what you got? What do I have for y'all? What is going to be to my advantage? I'm going to suggest stuff that I think should be done, but I do not get to be voluntold to do them.
You're going to suggest those things now while we're corruptible? That's what you're saying?
That's right. It's your idea and it came out of your mouth. That is my goal. Which is why I get to be the host of the Fireside Chat. This is my idea. So
yeah, because we're both famous for being like, what's your idea? That's a great idea. You should do that.
I know better now.
How can we help you make that happen?
No.
I will help you. I just won't.
I don't want your help. Thank you. Depending on what it is. Right? So what is on the horizon for Mingle this month? We've got a lot of stuff happening next week. Y'all want to share what it is, how it came to be, or any
how it came to be could be a long story, but what we have coming up on the horizon is we have a series of, so we have our first hybrid Mingle event, not first hybrid Mingle event, but our first hybrid conference. So part of the next global events branch arm world of our world, a world of our universe. So we have the next global events conference series, and this used to be just a virtual conference series, and starting this year, starting next week, we're actually launching our first hybrid series. So it'll be the What's Next for Your Life conference, and it's going to be sponsored by Smart Move 360 with the amazing Arena, who is the genius behind that. And so we are not only having a live, we're calling it a watch party. She doesn't love that terminology, but it really is kind of like an in-person, the event's happening in a hybrid space and people are invited to come and participate. So I think that's why she doesn't like watch party, because it really is a participation. But she's also sponsoring a vendor fair. So she's bringing in people. This is happening in Atlanta, by the way, Atlanta, Georgia. And she's bringing in people to set up like a table or have a presence to share what they do in the wellness space, because it really is about that like holistic view of wellness. It's not just your physical body, but it's the mind, body, spirit combination of it. So the live conference, Monica and I will both be speakers at the event, along with some of our community members. And yeah, it's gonna be fabulous. Darcey, you want to talk about what your role is going to be?
I get to be the featured mentor, so or trainer, depending on how you look at it or how it's presented, and I get to share my genius on these topics for life, and so I'm really excited about it as well. I'm sad that I don't get to go down to Atlanta to experience all of it, but I get to be in a conference here locally, so I'm really with through Associated Ministries, so I'm really excited about that. The
Yeah.
piece. I want to experience it all, but the big thing I wanted to experience was Regina's immersive. So share about
Talk about that.
Yeah, and then I don't know, give pictures, or I don't know. I want to participate somehow.
I want you to participate too. Is your chat actually the conference that you're doing? Is it actually on the 28th, or is it on another day?
It's on Saturday. I think that's the 28th.
So it is the 28th. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe, well, I was going to say, because we could go like call you in and do some like virtual piece of it. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll talk about that time when we're not live on air. What the immersive is. So this is charting your course in the wild. And it's something that we've done some immersive events in different locations. We just had one in LA in January, and each one is different. And what an immersive is really just kind of like a space for people to come together, gather together, and have an experience, be immersed inside of an experience that is focused on a certain area. So underneath what's happening, like what the foundation of it is, it's bringing in your spirituality and your branding, and really kind of helping you have this bring that to the surface in a new way through having an adventure. Because I love a good adventure. I love to travel. I love to bring different people together in different spaces. I like to be the orchestrator of experiences, and really just kind of give you, what I'm going to do is just we have different locations around Atlanta that we're going to go explore, and each one of them will be a soul wisdom adventure. So I'll give everybody a prompt. I'll be like, go explore this space, and then we'll come back together and we'll share our insights, and then we'll use that to actually bring those topics of spirituality and branding together and tie that into what you're doing in your brand, and how you're growing and where you're bringing that forward, to really illuminate the brilliance that is you through these experiences. So that's what it is.
So exciting. So exciting. We have a couple of people in the audience saying hello.
Oh, yay. Who's here? I can never see where. Oh,
L. Douglas. Hello, my friends.
Nice. Hello. How did you see that?
I just opened up the chat because there was a blue dot. It's just, I'm led by color. I don't know.
I love that. Yeah. Oh, yay. Hi, Alana. There they are. They just came in. Okay.
Very cool. Yeah. So,
hey, welcome. Watching. Let us know if you have questions.
I was just going to say that. If you have questions, please ask. She's punchy. It's all good.
I am punchy. Yeah.
But do say hello. We appreciate that you're here and watching. What we're doing is called a Fireside Chat, and we're talking to the founders of Mingle Learning Collaborative, which is a very wonderful space that has so many facets to meet everybody's needs. And I know that sounds kind of cliche and kind of over the top, but it's true. It's really true. When I first joined, it was like coming home, and that's no lie. So while the content is robust and engaging, the people here are like-minded people. So if you're in my sphere, I can absolutely tell you that the people here are your people too. And it's something to enjoy. And I'll be sharing more of how you can join me and have fun as we play through different areas of Mingle, and which is what we're talking about is the conference next week, which is Thursday. Start time is 10
So
Central,
it's 10 Eastern. No, it's
10
9 to
Eastern,
4 Central.
I
9 to
don't I don't know what time
Yeah,
zone
9 to 4
I'm in.
Central. It's in 2-hour increments each session. So there's 2 sessions back to back in the morning, and then we have lunch, and then there's one more to wrap up the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
So
don't
it's
have
a
to stay for
7-hour.
the whole day, but you will miss out if you don't stay for the whole day, just saying.
People say
So
it
like
all the time. Go ahead.
I'll actually, so like you were asking about how we got started with some of these things. And I remember very specifically, so like when I first created the conference series, it was a 2-day conference. It was 7 hours. It's meant to be an in-person experience, right? Like, so I was planning for a 2-day in-person experience to launch my program. And the pandemic happened. We couldn't go into a hotel because everybody was on timeout. We had to go to our room to think about what we did with our lives. And so we were all on timeout. We can go outside to play. And so, I was like, one of my friends, Andrea Gewertz, was like sis, like this is amazing. You still need to do it, like, but just figure out a different way to do it. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll just take it to Zoom. And I had a event planner at the time, and the event planner was like, "Girl, like no one's gonna sit on Zoom for 7 hours. Like you're gonna have to like shorten this because that's a long time to be sitting at your computer." And I was like, people sit at the TV for binge watching like all kinds of things. You know, like people watch TV all day. Why can't they watch this all day, right? So I didn't. I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. And what was fun about it is the first day. First of all, no one knew what they were getting themselves into because the format of these conferences are actually quite different than the traditional online summit experience. And I know everyone
Oh my
says
God,
their
so much
baby's
different.
different, and everybody says that their baby's a
No,
genius. But like honestly, it is a different experience because of the way that it's designed. So it's actually designed to move and move quickly, but stay focused at the same time. And so it's interactive. Like so even though you're like online, you're like, how am I really interacting for like 6 hours in the day? But you are actually like interactively involved in the conversation and what's going on, and like you get locked in. It is riveting, honestly.
and also
And
like
they're always
doing work. Like you're doing like relevant work for you. So it's not just interactive as in like, oh, we're having a conversation together, but it's like it's interactive as in you're doing things for yourself. You're interacting
yeah,
with other people on the screen. Like you forget that you're actually on Zoom.
yes, yeah.
At least I do. And
And
I feel like
yeah,
that's the thing that people say all the time.
so that first one, right? Like no one knew what to expect, right? So they came in, they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be here for this thing." There were 42 speakers back then for this thing, and we had breakout rooms. We were doing this whole thing, and at the end of the day, right, this 7 hour mark, okay, it's over. Like you don't have to be
No
on
one
Zoom
leaves.
anymore. No one left. And I was like, guys, we're coming back tomorrow. You have a whole other day to like love on each other tomorrow. Just come back tomorrow. And they did. And they were like even more passionate about it. And then they kind of asked for more. They were like, well, when's the next one? And I was like, I didn't plan this one, bro. So I'll let you know by tomorrow. Right. Like it was kind of one
6 years
of those things.
later, we're still
6 years
running them.
later. Yeah. 6 years later, we're still running them. They're still actively kind of like captivating people's attention when you're a part of the conference experience. Like most people, if they have to leave because they didn't expect it to be so good, they'll be like, oh, I gotta go do this
I
thing, and
gotta
they kind of like
leave.
storm. They like kind of storm out of Zoom. Like I don't want to leave, but like I gotta go. I like have this other thing I have to do, man.
I
Like
said
it's
I'd
kind of
do
like
this
when,
thing. My
yeah, like you know
husband
what,
said I had to do.
when you're like
I gotta get
outside
my
playing,
kids.
when you're outside playing as a little kid, and your mom calls you in for dinner, and you're like, I gotta go to dinner. My mom said it's time to go to the house
Oh,
for dinner. Like
I gotta go.
that's kind of that's kind of the thing, right? So like if you can plan for the full day, because you will be riveted, you will be entertained, you will be working, you will move something forward, you will be like actually taking active activity on what's next for your life. And you will have friendships that you'll be building, just like playing outside, right? Like when you were a little kid, like it didn't matter if a new kid came in, you're like, hey, we're playing tag, get in there. Like, it's kind of like that, but like you're doing the adulting stuff, right? Like the figuring out kind of
Yeah.
like what you need to do to take care of yourself so you don't like be a jerk face to everyone. You're like walking around hangry and tired and snapping at people like, how can we not do that anymore? Because guys, that sucks. Nobody wants you to do that, right? And like, how can you like be a better partner, right? Like and get loved on better and like also instead of being like snappy and angry and like snapping at everybody around you. Again, like don't do that. Like that sucks. No one wants you to be that person, right? Like each of these topics are really kind of ways to figure out how you can actually show up in your life in like the fullest version of yourself. Um, and in the way that you want to do it, because the biggest piece of all of these conferences are really deciding for you what success looks like for you, like your definition of success in this particular area. And so for this being like what's next for your life, it's looking at those 6 key roles and kind of like helping you figure out how you can not suck in all of them a little less, right? I can't say that you'll like completely not suck in all of them, but you will suck a little less in every aspect of your life after coming to one of these conferences.
I have to say that I suck less being in y'all's energy.
You
I
really
won't.
choppy, or is it me?
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Oh, it's me.
Uh-oh.
My internet was
Oh yeah.
weird. You were like all sort of dancing around, but it was actually me that was the problem. So all good.
You will also figure out that you are the problem in your life. So what's next for your conference? What's next for your life conference? You'll figure out all the places that you're the problem. Thank you for illustrating that exactly.
And it's shared in the most nicest possible
In
way.
the nicest way possible.
You know?
Yeah. I know you're great.
We're losing your voice.
I think she has a delay.
I think I have a huge delay, and also I'm missing like big pieces of what you're saying. My internet's headed. Did I just illustrate a nice point for you?
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
Well, you're welcome. That's fine. I missed it. I'll have to catch it on the replay.
That's right. You can catch it on the replay. Make sure you hit like and subscribe so that you can catch it on the replay for sure. The other thing about like you were kind of asking about like the origin of like how these things came into existence and like why they're awesome. So the other reason why they're awesome is because we have a no guru space, and that no guru space is like it's not even a rule. It is like it is the core of our experience in Mingle, in that everyone shows up in our space as a learner and a leader.
It's like a wait, is law the right word? It's a
lifestyle.
Principle.
It's like a non-negotiable, right? Like
yeah.
She delayed.
Right. Well, that's why I say it's a principle, because principles are like just like there's no arguing them, right? It's like just a thing. What's happening?
Yeah.
Am I doing funny things?
Always. It's like a foundational piece, not even an expectation, because gurus don't thrive here. And so it's just a natural selection process. If someone comes in with guru energy, I don't know. What's the word? They're
Yeah.
repellent. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
but at the same time, you do have to be like true to who you are, right? So it's not that we don't want you to be an expert. Like, you are definitely an expert in what you do, but a guru is someone who's like the all-knowing being, right? Like, and nobody is the all-knowing being. We all have things that we are fantastic at. We all have things we suck at. Just like we say, no guru, no victim, right? Like, nobody's getting on the train of Victimville with you. Like, don't go there yourself. If you're going to go there, take snacks because you're going alone. But it's the two polar. This is why I say I'm punchy at the end of the day. But it's the two polarities, like the two far extremes of like, I know everything, I know nothing. Like, those two things, no. But everything in between, yes. Everything in between. And you get to be all areas of that at times, as long as you don't like sit in one of those two extremes as like, this is the only thing that I bring.
Who doesn't thrive here
That's just
are people who are scared to show their imperfections. Don't thrive here. For people who are toxically independent and refuse to get help, don't.
I like the and part. I am toxically independent. I'm recovering.
Toxically independent, right? Who refuse to get help, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like people who are like that's on that like kind of like, so there's like super high functioning people, and typically they kind of come with either one of those, one or the other, as like a negative trait. So we're all recovering from some version of that in some aspect of our lives, right? So you're like, I know everything about this one thing, and I don't need to hear your thing because I already know, right? So like if you're in here like, yeah, I know, this is not the space, right? But if you come in with like, I know a lot about this, but I'm curious about what your perspective
what's your take
is,
on that?
Then you'll thrive, right? If you are,
or
I can handle my own shit.
You don't have to actually say something about it.
Right.
Like, you can actually just allow someone else to be in a space and have expertise on the same thing that you have expertise on. And I think that like curiosity of, okay, well, I don't need to contribute something to this because they got it. Maybe there is something that I can contribute, but I'm going to just like be here doing my work. If there is, cool, I'll contribute. And if not, I'm also cool to not contribute.
Yeah. What's funny is the people who are the quietest in the space are usually the people who people seek out the most. And it's usually because there's like, they're participating quietly, right? Like they are there, they are present, they're engaged, right? And they're learning, right? And then when they say something, when they open their mouth, everyone goes, they lean in, and they like are really curious about what that person is saying, because they didn't present themselves as, I know all of the things about this topic. Like I know everything. They're in an exchange, right? Like they're in a co-creation with that time and space, and they're present. And people who are present in our space and like engaging with other people and learning from other people tend to actually become the loudest people in our community because of that. And it's funny because most people will come in and they'll want to be the loudest person. They'll want to show off all that they know. They want to give everything. Like, look, this is all the things that I have. And everyone's like, yeah, okay, cool. So anyway, like continue to go on with what they're doing. But the person who's like, I'm curious about this. And in that conversation of when they're asking for help, they actually get to share their genius of like what they do know. And that becomes the exchange. It becomes the currency, which is not how it works in anywhere else. Like where other places or other groups, there's like this hierarchy of like, I paid my dues. I made my time. I've shown everybody all these things. And in this space, you just get to show up and be you and like exist in the way that you exist and like share your vulnerabilities. And almost sometimes when you're, the more vulnerable you are about like what you don't know, the more honorable it is about something when you do know. And I do think that's probably why it works, is because when you say you know something, you probably really do know it because you also said you didn't know stuff, right? And so if you're saying you know this, it's validating the fact that you actually do know this one part because you said you didn't know anything about these other things, right? And so there's like this validity to when you say you know something because of the fact that you said you don't know
Because
something.
it's not just lip service. It's like
It's not just lip
the
service.
yeah, it really is a show and prove environment, and
Mm-hmm.
not because you've got to prove yourself, but because we demonstrate what is true. We demonstrate showing up. Like we say all the time, like, come as you are, be good at the things you're good at, be sucky at the things you suck at, but like still keep coming, right? Like come in, spend the time. If you spend the time, you will learn. If you spend the time, people will learn what your value is, right? Like it's not, um, there's no, I always say like, there's no right or wrong way to do it other than to not come, right? Or to come and drink up all the air, use up all the air in the space
Yeah.
like all the
Yeah.
time.
I was like, there's a
That
range
won't last
there.
long. So there is a right and a wrong way, but there's like a lot of space in between.
Yeah, the wrong way is to show up in full guru or to show up as a victim every time you come into the space. Because also,
Yeah.
like we're all working on ourselves. Like we are all a work in progress. Every last person in this space is actively working on not sucking in some part of their life or their business, right? Like, or their profession or like whatever. They're like actively working on that. And there needs to be space for everyone to be able to receive in this space. And so if you're coming in sucking up all the air in the room because you always have a problem for every single topic that we're talking about, which we have 48 topics. 48 topics that we cover in this community. And if you come into every single topic with a problem and like you don't get it, you don't ever get to just sit in the genius of like, hey, I know these great things about this particular topic and I'm working on this one little part. But you're like, oh my gosh, like, oh, like, like
It's the
big.
drama of it though. Like I don't think
It
it's even
is.
about like needing something from each of those 48 topics because I think we all do, right? That's why we
Yeah,
come.
it's true.
But
It is true.
like the people who you see the most are the people who are actually the leaders and in this space, but not you don't see them necessarily because they're always facilitating things or they're always leading different experiences. You see them because we're sitting in each other in the spaces with each other, right? When Darcey's leading something, I show up. When Monica's leading something, I show up. When Marvis is leading something, I show up. Like we show up to the experiences that each other are offering because we actually really love to
Learn.
receive and
Mm-hmm.
learn and participate. And even in the spaces where we are facilitating, we're also still doing it the work for ourselves.
Yep.
Oftentimes,
Yeah,
actually, the three of
absolutely.
us will honestly be doing usually that work for three different areas at the same time, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm facilitating and I'm also doing this work for myself in my own business. And I'm also doing this work for Next, for the conference series or for the immersives. And I'm also doing this work for Mingle as like a whole. And I'm also doing this
Yeah.
work for Ustopia, which is our youth program. We're like doing the work in the space because when else would we do it? Why would we do it anywhere else?
Exactly. When you have your collaborators, you have your mentors, you have your support system in one space and you just hop room to room, or you call somebody in because you need support, it just
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's, and everything falls into one of the 48 topics. It just
Honestly.
does. And visiting the other topics or visiting other methods to look at the topic gives you different insight on how you're working through it for yourself, which then kind of bleeds out into the projects that you're working on as
Yeah.
you're looking at, because I'm looking at the HHA, I'm looking at I Choose Me, I'm looking at, other things. Hey, Jamie, I'm glad you're here. If you have any questions for us, please share. And Aaron, too, if you would like to share some or ask any questions, we're here for that. So
Aw.
we're talking about Mingle right now. I miss you too, Jamie. Um, we're talking about Mingle now, which is an online virtual platform that started off that way, but now is turning hybrid and in person. So this is a really dynamic space. So I'm glad that you're here. Um, and then I just lost all train of thought.
You were just talking about like the things that the space that we have, it's really holistic. I think this is what you were talking about. It's like it's a whole
Yes.
person, right? It's not just about work-life balance, but about really living healthy, wealthy, and fulfilled. And it doesn't matter what area you are developing, whether it's personally, professionally, your business infrastructure, all of those things, we actually do them in the same space at the same time. And at first, it does sometimes take a little bit of getting used to because it is not what people are used to. They're used to like locking in on one thing and doing that very specific thing. They're not used to having people talking about other things while they're doing their work. And so it takes a little bit of like acclimation to get used to that. And I personally struggled with it at first, right? I'd be like, okay, I get it as a concept and I want to come into this space, but I also need to focus on things and I would get distracted. What you build a muscle to be able to actually navigate the world in a more focused and
Intentional.
productive way by
Yeah.
working in spaces like this. And there's a threshold. You have to get past that threshold. And at first, you might be totally corruptible like me after 5 p.m. Um, and it might be like, this isn't actually productive for me. But once you cross that threshold, and it honestly doesn't take that long, it's magical. Like I can do all. I'm like more able to do multitasking in ways that I never thought I could because I actually can stay focused in chaotic environments. And it's the thing that people are always saying, like, I need peace, I need quiet, I need all the things, I need to not be on the screen, all those things that you think you don't need. If you actually immerse yourself in the chaos of it, you actually get better at all of the things in your life.
Yeah. You get
It's quite
more things
magical.
done,
Yeah.
right? And Erin says, yes. I love it. So what happens? Okay, so first of all, my family has been living in this chaos for 6 years, practically.
Hmm.
Well, about 5 years. And what Mingle does for most people
Mm.
who, yes, this is I love the people. Erin, yes, love. It is for sure. You have to surrender, right? For
Hmm.
most people, they're used to being alone and they're used to appointment support, right? So they're used to, okay, I work by myself, I lock in by myself, but they're not actually as productive as they say that they're productive because they'll lock in by themselves. Oh shit, I gotta go do the dishes. Okay, I'm gonna lock in by myself. Okay, now I'm gonna go do this other thing, right? But because we don't have appointment times in which you're gonna come in and out of our space. It's here at whatever time it is, and you can actually ask for certain kind of support on the spot,
There
and
are
also
things on the calendar that are timed, but it's not necessarily like I need to
yeah,
talk with you about this thing. It's like just come, I'm here all the time. Just
yeah.
stop in, you know?
And those are things that, like, people will be around if something's on the calendar, and you don't technically have to do what everybody else is doing in that room. I tell people all the time, I'm going to be here answering questions. You might as well just ask whatever question you
Yeah.
have in this space. But the magic of Mingle is every time you come in, and even if it has nothing to do with what you came in for, it almost
Something
always is
there.
exactly what you needed to
Yeah.
hear, to have a different perspective of what you were working on. So I don't question it. If I'm like, I need to pop into this room, I just show up into that room and never fails. The words that are coming out of the person's mouth right when I show up are exactly the words that I needed in order to get over the hump of this one thing that I was trying to avoid doing because I couldn't figure out the one piece. Right. And they don't even know how genius they were. Right. I'm like, oh my gosh, you were so genius. Thank you very much. They're like, I did nothing. I have no idea what you're talking about. Or,
This is what I call your soul wisdom, right?
yeah,
You know these things already. And it's
yeah,
not necessarily that you don't have to go to the oracle cards to find it. And you don't have to, like, the world is your oracle card. The world is like, you just have to know how to read the intuition. And I'm not saying that I'm not bad mouthing those things. Like, I love them too. But like, your body has the wisdom. Your
Yes.
where you're drawn to, the things that you sign up for 2 weeks in advance, your soul wisdom knows that that's exactly the moment that you need to be in with exactly the same people that are going to be in that room, and that's the magic of it.
Yep.
And that's what exactly happened this morning when I popped in, and it was like, I have to go to this room. And then the words that were coming out of Regina's mouth was like, whoa, it was the epiphany that I needed for the work that I was doing that had no relation to what she was doing.
Yeah, you were. I asked you. I was like, "What are you working on?" And it was not the thing that we were there to work on. But you were like, "However, you just gave me exactly what I needed. Thank you."
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yeah. The flip side of it is you'll be sitting in the room with the right person, with the right energy, not saying anything, but their presence will actually give you exactly what you need as well.
Yes.
There's been many a times where that has happened, where they just so happen to be the right person sitting in the room. So when I had a question, and I'm just asking them, and sometimes they don't, like Darcey did it to me the other day, where she asked the question at me and then answered herself, and then like was like, okay, there it is.
Thank you. Yep.
Just like at me, right? Like just so
Just because
this
you needed
is
to
that.
have.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. And like that was the whole conversation. And me and Marvis were sitting there like, did she just answer herself? She just answered herself.
She did. I love it. We've got lots of engagement in the comments today. Yay! Thank you for coming. I really love it when there's people here. Ask us questions. Tell us we're crazy. Like I said, I'm corruptible at this time of day, so ask away. I'm an open book.
We know our body knows, right?
Yeah,
our body knows, and we need to learn how to listen to it. And Erin's right. Group energy is always more than the sum of its parts. So it's like you start off with the conversation, and it's like, I know this, and I'm looking at Monica going, oh, okay, and I move on. And then it's like, there's more that comes after that, right? Because it's building upon each other. It's
this
a
is
beautiful
why
concept.
This is why I keep calling it the collaboratorium. Like what we do, it's a space where people gather that are moving in the same direction on purpose, that are coming together on purpose to be in each other's energy, to learn from each other, but to do the thing that we are doing, right? And I think there's this like gross Darcey. So Darcey and I did a podcast together that is coming out tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central. Yay! It's on the Charting Your Course Aligned Leadership podcast. So you can find it on all the podcast platforms. If you want to hear us chat more, definitely go find it. Monica and I did an episode. I do all of them. So if you want to hear me talk, come hear it. But there's lots of cool stuff on there. Anyway, Darcey and I talked about this a little bit on that episode of there's this like really fake like plastic way of people are like, let's collab. Ugh, I hate it. Like I'm like, I don't want like whatever that is. Sorry, I have like a gag reflex like my cat. There's this like fake version of like, oh yeah, we'll collab. What does that mean? Right? Like what?
No shade, let it shine. That's right.
A lot of times what people mean by that is like, I just want you to be my venture partner. I just want you to be my affiliate link. Like, I don't want to have any interaction with you at all. I just want you to share this link. I want you to send it 10 times on different platforms. You need to send 2 emails. You need to have a list of 5,000 people on one platform, blah, 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 like all these things. And I'm like, you want me to sign up to do more work to help you do your thing, but where's the mutual benefit to it, right? Where's the organic, like, let's be in the same place and get to know each other and then let these things grow from those experiences of actually getting to know each other versus like, I just want you I want to use your followers is really what it is, right? Like, I want to get my stuff out to your audience. And oh, by the way, you get to do it to mine too. Great. But like, do we actually even know each other? Why am I doing this? Right. Is it adding to what I'm doing? Is it enhancing?
Actually like you? Do they actually show up to things? I'm gonna be honest. Like, we're taking the whole filter off. Okay. Do they actually like you, or are they just like, They signed up for your stuff one day from some random thing, or were you in one of these challenges where everybody's like, you got to get your list up, get as many emails as you can, right? Like there's a lot of like,
Yeah. Aaron's like, that feels slimy. Yes. Yes. Slimy.
yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yes. And so those kinds of relationships is what like we're all conditioned as collaboration, right? Either you sell my stuff and we're collaborating because you're selling my stuff, or we're going to use each other's audiences, and I'm a hope that your people come to me and my people go to you, but
And
we
they're
don't
not
know.
just like a bunch of troll bots.
Troll
That too,
bots.
right? Like,
Well, honestly,
you have 5,000 followers, but are they actual people or are they troll bots that you purchased somewhere? Like, I don't know. Although,
or did they forget
hopefully,
that they followed you? It's just like,
right.
But
I mean, hopefully you're using discernment and you're not actually going into collaborations like that. But even with people that I do value and that I do want to work with, like sometimes the conversation starts like, oh my God, we should do something together. Let's create something together. Yes. And then it goes into this like, okay, like I don't know what happens, but like we like put ourselves into this box. It's like, okay, let me get into the collaboration box. And now we're in it. And it's like, must do these things. No, like that's not how it has to be. Like, where does that conditioning come from that all of a sudden, like, once you get into this type of relationship, you now have to like squeeze yourself into that box?
I know exactly where that came from. Bob the Colonizer.
That guy needs to.
Bob the Colonizer came and was like, hey, I do business this way. Everybody else must do business the same way. We must all assimilate to Bob the Colonizer's way of doing it. And we say, Bob the Colonizer, can you know what?
Rocks.
Pick rocks. Pick them rocks up. Swallow them rocks.
Hold it for Bob the Colonizer. So, but my point
Who's punching now?
My point is which I pointed out on the podcast, was what are we going to do about it?
Mingle.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are doing it. Like we've already built the system.
And we need to spread that definition out. We need to spread the new connotation to collaboration out. This is what it means. It means coming together and blending what we connect over, holistic practitioners, a certain way of doing things, and spreading it out to the community. And community is the one that benefits. And that, in my opinion, is what we should be doing. And that's what I do. And I know that y'all do it too. And so, it's more reason to be in this energy of Mingle, to have it fostered and not killed, right? Mine was being snuffed out before I came here. And it has been re-energized and is now flourishing into something mighty. And I'm in my disruptor phase. Everybody.
Yes, you are.
So, but it is who I am, who we are. We're changing the face of doing business as an entrepreneur. We're changing the face of receiving from others, and it's a beautiful thing.
Honestly, I think what's happening is, right, so if you are in a transition in any part of your life or business, like, and when I say business, I mean like professional, right? Like, so you're changing from going to being in school to being into a career. If you're changing from being an empty net, like, having kids to being an empty nester, or not having kids to having kids. If you're transitioning, like you got a new person in your house, you got a new relationship. Like if you're in transition and you are a person who loves improving and being better, like getting better, because there are people who just want to be in the status quo. This is not your space. Like, honestly, don't come here if you just want to
exist
exactly how you are right now, because we're not going to allow you to justify your BS and sit in it, right? Like, we're actually good friends, right? Where how your friends, when your friends call you out, be like, girl, like that's some toxic traits you got going on. That what is happening? What are you doing? Like that is how we
you're being a whole ass jerk right now. Stop it.
Right. Like, but we're really those people. But like, it's not just us three that you're looking at right now. Like, we we move like that as a community, right? Like when we see someone like not taking care of themselves, we like say, hey, get off the fucking computer. Like go for a walk, go get something to drink. Like you clearly are overworking. Like go be a human for a little while away from your computer. Or if you're like kind of like grappling with big decisions and you need like a like a tribe, a sounding board, those kinds of things, we're going to support. We're ride or dies. Like you got a whole bus load, right? We got like a party bus load of ride or dies. We're strapping in. Oh, we're going over
Barb's
the top. Okay, cool, strap in, we're going. Who knows, we might actually float into space from going off that cliff. We don't know, but we're with you. Let's do it. Like we're going to tell you, are you sure? But if you say yes, we got you, right? And those people are here and working together. And what's crazy is we're now no longer just individual businesses doing this, but we're now institutions that are leveraging this space as well, right? We are now in LA Unified School District. We are now in LA City government. We are now in like Chicago has a wellness hub coming together, and in Seattle there's a wellness hub coming together, and there's like these hotspots where we're actually like in community now, creating this same environment of like love and support and realness and raw authenticity and radical accountability and like being a part of an actual tribe in the old version, Sarah Plain version of it, not in this like let's brunch and like talk shit vibes, but like
Which
actually
we do that
vibe.
too. I mean, we
We
do
do
that
that.
too, right? Because, and I think this is important because it's not just like we're all business all the time. We get business done in ways that doesn't feel like business all the time, but we also do have times where we're like locked in and doing business, and we have times where we're just like chatting. And like I can't say how many times like I will be like Aubriana, so Monica's daughter, actually does like this 2 hour DJ session on the weekends. And I was like, I'm just gonna come in, I put my earphones in, she's DJing, she's got the set list going, I'm like cleaning my office, cleaning my house. Like, so there's times when we have like downtime too. And that alone shows that it's really important, like how bonded we are as a community. Because if I'm going to show up and come into Zoom on a Sunday to clean my office just because I want to hang out with these people and like and listen to the music, and it wasn't even like music that I would naturally listen to, but just being in that energy and being around these people, it's like it's important. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was necessary to share as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, it is. We're lifing together,
Hmm.
um,
Yes.
and we are supporting each other through grief, and we're supporting each other through success because sometimes success is hard, right? And we're supporting each other through kind of like all of these changes. And one of our members who recently passed away, I ran across one of her videos, and one of the things she said, she was like, "We're family." In that video, she was like, "We are family." Like they pulled me inside and was like, "Girl, are you okay? Let's talk through this. Let me help you." And then when she had questions, she was able to find people. And like there was just this sharing that she gave that was kind of like really powerful. It's like words beyond the grave kind of a moment for me,
Yeah.
of like what we're creating is like a global family. And like soon, like in on Friday, I start my I start the next leg of the Work Smart Play Hard tour, where I'm heading
Coming
to
to me.
Chicago, and then we're heading to Atlanta, and then I'm headed to Alabama, and then I'm coming back home for a week, and then we're gonna head over to Maryland, and then I'm coming home for a week, and then we're headed to Greece, and then I'm coming home for a week, and I'm headed to Wales.
I know, and people are like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh,
So
you should just come experience it, because like if you want to hang out with me, this is where I am. And it's not always just online, but like all over the world. We really do, like, we see each other in person, we pay each other money, like real money. It's not just trades. It's like we all pay each other for the things that we do. And it is this like self-sustaining economy that we have here, in not just in currency, not just in like money, but in like time and friendship. And I have to say this word because I thought it was genius. Bridget, if you're listening, accountability buddies. I love that.
That's
It's
adorable.
so cute. And also like power, like, yeah, we're like all accountability buddies for each other.
Yep.
I want her
Yep.
to come in and create a community called Accountability Buddies so that we can say it all the time.
All the time, and like see it in one of the breakout rooms, or like see it on the I
like
totally.
I'll meet you in the Accountability Buddies room. Yeah, I'll anyway. Okay, I feel like we're like wrapping up.
We do need to bring it to a close. Does anybody who is watching still have any questions for us before we say goodbye for this
Erin
episode?
says radical accountability. Loves that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
Yay!
All right.
Right.
Any last words?
Last words. Thank you all for hanging out with us for a little bit. This was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we decided
we're
to
back
move
every
this
Tuesday. No, we're not back every Tuesday. Every other Tuesday.
Tuesday.
But we're together every day, so just come hang out with us if you want more of this nonsense.
This is new to you. This is like, we're not new to this. We're true to this. This is a daily occurrence for us. Thank you, Erin.
Yes.
Like, Erin, I love when people like get totally involved. Erin, you should come and hang out with us in Zoom. Go to Mingle, like go to minglecollaborative.com, or what you could do is just
I will give you the link, Erin.
hit up Darcey and just come and hang out with us. Because we do this every day. And the conversations are a little wildly, like exactly how this just happened right now sometimes. But we do get a lot done. So come join us.
All right. Beautiful.
All right. Good night, everybody.